Alright everyone, so now you should be familiar with the story of Little Red Riding Hood. So what we're going to do is we're going to do what's called a narrative drawing. We're going to draw a scene of the story actually happening. So what I need to do is I need to make it look like the setting of the story, the setting being where it takes place. So I'm choosing a color that does not have paper on it, you'll notice. I'm drawing the line for my ground, and I'm going to go ahead and fill this in with everything that is under the line. So I'm using this crayon that doesn't have paper on it so I can use the side of it. There's two reasons I'm doing that. One, you'll notice it's not taking me long because I'm halfway finished already. But two, I'm going to be drawing things on top of this. There's going to be stuff that's in the back, there's going to be stuff that's in the front. So when I use a crayon on its side, it takes less time because more of it's touching the paper, but then also the color comes out lighter. Since it's going to come out lighter, I can draw things on top of this and not have to worry about them not showing up. So in the story, the setting is in the woods, so I'm definitely going to want to put some trees and things in here. So we talked about painting trees earlier in the year using our paintbrush a certain way. So let's say I start one over here. I'm going to do one side of the trunk, the other side of the trunk, and you'll notice I've made it wider at the base here. As the tree grows up, the trunk gets skinnier, and what's happening here is I'm filling it in, and then we don't want to just draw a round shape on top to be leaves. We want to actually have branches that can grow the leaves off of it. So I'm going to grow the branches off of the tree. Now, if I put a tree here down low, that appears that it's pretty close to us. If I put a tree here on the ground line, this is higher up. This is going to create the effect that it's further away. So not only should I draw it higher up, but you'll notice this is not a little baby tree. This is a tree that's further away, so it's going to look smaller. Now, if this is the woods, two trees is not going to cut it. So I'm going to have another tree here. This one I'm making kind of medium size because it's not quite down as low as this one, but it's definitely not as far away from this one. So this one is kind of supposed to look like it's in the... And I'm letting you guys answer your own question. It should be in the middle. Now what I can do next, like I'll probably add some more trees in a little bit, but for now, let's say I want to add some leaves to my trees. So I'm going to choose a different color so it shows up separately. Now I'm not going to sit here drawing one leaf at a time. What I'm going to do is move the crayon around in a way that creates the shape of a lot of leaves together. So when I do this one, it overlaps. Now, we can visualize if I keep going, it's going to make a round tree. That's why I think little kids, they like to draw a rectangle with a circle on top for a tree. But you guys are not little kids, y'all are young artists. So if this is the same kind of tree, maybe the leaves are the same color. Here, this one is covering up some of the leaves on this one because it's overlapping. So I'm making it look like it's the woods. Little Red Riding Hood, in the beginning of the story, she was at her house. Her mom sent her to her grandmother's house with a basket of goodies to help make her feel better. And she had to go through the woods. Now the thing is, we didn't want Little Red Riding Hood to get lost. So before we fill this up too much, we need to create a path for her to walk on. If Little Red Riding Hood leaves the path, she's very likely to get lost. So I'm going to start a line here that's going to come towards me. So it started in the back, you'll notice, and it's coming towards the front. But to create the illusion or the effect that the path goes away from us, this part of the path is going to be closer together. But as it comes down, you'll notice I'm making it look further apart. This actually starts to create the illusion that somebody could actually walk down this path. Then I need to fill it in, but again, I'm going to use the crayon on its side because I want it to look lighter. Later, I have to draw my character, Little Red Riding Hood, walking on the path. So you guys will start getting your setting ready. So you could do trees, bushes, rocks, things. But before you fill up everything with those, you want to make sure that you have your path ready. Alright, so in the next video, I'm going to show you how to start adding in more stuff.